Give me the lumber.
I think you want to hit the 2-iron, boss.
All right, let's talk about playing golf with a caddy. I typically don't play golf with a caddy, but when I get the opportunity, boy, does it make the round fun. I'm sure a lot of you get the odd opportunity now and again to play golf with a caddy, and I figured I'd put together a video to help you get the most out of that round and enjoy it. I was fortunate enough to play golf with a terrific caddy in Kazakhstan, and I figured I'd share my story with you, and hopefully it helps you the next time you get a chance to play golf with a caddy.
Well, I'm not going left of those trees or right of those trees, okay? I'm going over those trees with a little draw.
Yeah. Caddies come in all shapes and sizes and experience levels. That's really important to know. On one end, you've got a basic caddy who's going to carry your bag, who's going to help you look for golf balls when you miss a fairway. The other extreme is a really, really seasoned golfer who knows shot shapes, who knows carry distances, who knows how to read greens. So you need very early on, when you're meeting your caddy, to figure out where this person will be on that spectrum, because then you need to figure out how much advice you're going to take from them. Let's get into my story about Kazakhstan and my experience there. My caddy introduced herself to me on the range, which I really, really liked. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes you meet your caddy on the first tee and boom, you're off hitting your first tee shot. But in this case, she introduced herself, we met on the range, and then she stood beside my bag and started cleaning clubs. Didn't say anything, but just started observing. She was watching me hit shots and taking in a lot of information. Number one, she's able to see my shot shape, my normal shot shape. She's able to see how high my ball goes, so she's able to figure out, am I going to be able to carry 100 yards? Am I going to be able to carry 200 yards? She's also getting a sense of my alignment. She's able to see, am I pushing, am I fading?
Clearing too early, I'm clearing too late. My God, my swing feels like an unfolding lawn chair.
When we're in the middle of the round, she's going to be able to help with aiming. She's going to be able to give suggestions on carry distances, but she hasn't given me any advice.
Turn your hat around backwards. Turn your hat around. Do it, Roy.
And I actually gave her a bunch of direction while we were on the range. Hey, I'm going to hit another 20 balls. I'm going to finish with the driver. We're going to head over to the putting green, and I'm going to hit a bunch of putts. So be communicative with your caddy and be direct. What do you need? How do you want to warm up? And hopefully they are paying attention to your normal tendencies. Next, on the first tee, they should not offer you a club. They should make the bag accessible for you, but they don't know your game. Make sure you're playing your game and you're listening to yourself more than you're listening to your caddy. They should be there to reinforce your thoughts and ideas. They shouldn't be overruling your thoughts and ideas.
You want the driver? Here. Hit the driver, tin cup.
Let's talk about some of the questions that I asked very early on to figure out where my caddy is on that spectrum. 3 critical questions. Question number 1. How long have you been a caddy? Simple, comes up naturally while you're on the course, probably very early on. Question number 2, how long have you been caddying at this course? Question number 3, how often do you caddy per week? Those 3 questions give you a lot of information. Number 1, how long has the person been caddying? You get a sense of their experience level. They've played with more golfers, and they will be able to take your game and assess it against all those others that they've seen in the past. Question number 2, their experience specifically at this course. Do they know where the trouble spots are? Do they know where the rough is extra long? Do they know which greens are receptive and which aren't? You're going to get a sense of that from question number 2. Question number 3, how often do you caddy each week? This gives you even more information to help you decide how much help you want from them and in what areas. Let's get back to the story. Now, I've played a couple of holes and the caddy is getting a pretty good sense of how my game is going today. She doesn't know what kind of shot I want to hit, and I'm not telling her what kind of shot I want to hit. So she's letting me do that. But there are a couple of cases where she's offering up information to help me in those choices. For example, a couple of times she was telling me about the receptiveness of greens. The ball will spin a lot when you hit a wedge in there. She was also telling me about trouble areas. You can't see how long the rough is over on the left, but it's long. The other thing she was able to do is engage in conversation away from golf shots. And a good caddy, while you're walking down the fairway, is going to help you get your mind off of your next shot until you really have to focus on it. So we talked a little bit about, the local area, the chicken farm down the road, just all kinds of things to enjoy the day and help relax between shots. Now, one word of warning. Caddies sometimes, and I've seen this a number of times in Europe, will try and egg you into a shot. Oh, you got this. You can do it. You can do it. No problem. Don't get sucked into this.
Knock it on. Let her rip.
Oh, Molly, you're losing it.
No, I have lost it. So is he.
You need to believe you can execute the shot. Do not pull a club and try a shot just because your caddy is trying to egg you on. Number 1, they may actually believe you can hit the shot. Number 2, they may be trying to pump you up. Number 3, they may be, trying to give you that memorable, miraculous shot. The problem is if you don't pull it off, you're never going to forget it. If you take a triple bogey because you listened to your caddy and it was against your better judgment, it's going to knot you a long, long time. So you need to be firm, you need to stick within your game, and the caddy is there to help you. Hopefully, this information has been helpful and you're looking forward to your next round, especially when you're going to have a caddy to help you through those 18 holes.